Yeah. Oh my god. Spotify is fixed. Oh my god. Thank goodness. Goodness. Fucking war. Wow.
Arcana has woven our destinies.
Boom. Oh.
Arcana has woven our destinies to
Boom.
at this very moment.
Okay. I think it's another king video making time. Bro, who the fuck is buying all of this? Oh. Hello. Okay, let's see how many we bought. Minus 5 trillion FE. 23, okay, let's buy 2 more.
Your name is in every legendary tome. Tell me, Master Yuga.
Okay.
Just how long?
Hello YouTube. Today I want to make a guide on the new Nether King system. First up, I'm going to go through the various types of Nether Kings that exist. So in the current base game, we have the broken Nether Kings, which you can either have contamination or judgment. If you have judgment, it is going to have this on it, which says that the very slates in the connecting lines of the offspring have 3% increased effect. And then for contamination, it's just going to be all brands from this Nether King is projected onto the Nether King talents. So let's start off by just explaining how this mechanic works exactly. And if you go to a fixed one, it's just going to be the same as the first two here in the broken. We're going to have judgment again and contamination again, and they're just going to be slightly amped up. So judgment is going to be 70% on the full one, and contamination is only going to be a minus 80% projection. And on top of that, we also have a special kind called banishment. Now, banishment has quite a few that it can be. Specifically, it can either be steep strike, which just essentially if you go over 100% steep strike chance, you will like hit more than once of your ability and it does 30% additional damage. Shadow strike, which is essentially from just if you dash around, you're gonna be shadow striking the enemies. Spell burst, etc., and like you can just read through them yourself, I'll be honest with you, and just like see what they'll do. Some of them are very interesting, some of them are not as interesting, but it's a pretty cool system. So, once you buy your judgment, what's gonna happen? So, if you actually try and put like a judgment in, you're gonna see that it's gonna be like this, where it can only go into certain slots if you put like a Nether King's, if you put in a judgment, it can only be in one of these four corners because of how it works. And it's just like this one, judgment offspring is just kind of there. The reason why there's only one is the way you grow this is by actually putting on mods. So if I put on, a God of Might, it's going to activate the first judgment. And now I need to buy and do another one, let's say another God of Might. And then when we do the second one, this judgment is going to grow. So now, we're going to put it in, and it's going to grow, and there's going to be a second one. And now when we try to place this, you're actually going to see that there's two. And depending on where we put it, it's going to change the direction. It always goes clockwise. And if we put this in, you're going to see these two slates between the judgment. We're going to have this line, effect 30%, effect 30%. Effect 30%, effect 30%. So all of my slates are getting boost when they're between the two judgment lines. And this obviously also counts then for doing a Nether King's Authority, like a proper one. And just like how that is, just like how this is how the system works, if you were to go and do contamination, for example, if you were to do contamination, it would be the exact same thing, where the mods on the contamination. So everything you roll here, if you roll +1 all, if you roll whatever mod, is going to then get projected onto any slate that's touching the contamination. And if you have like a large contamination, you can have upwards of like 8 slates touching it at once. So it's pretty decent. I actually saw like one of these that I actually saw a contamination, which I'm gonna showcase quickly, because it was very impressive. I saw this contamination, which has this line, plus 3% projection effect. So this baseline is 20% projection effect. You do plus 3% projection effect, now it's 50%. And it has +1 all skills, +1 attack skills. Now, because it's 50% projection, all of these all skill levels and attack skill levels will actually get projected as +1 onto each of your slates. So if you use this contamination and you have 8 sets touching it, this one contamination is going to be giving you +16 levels. So there's definitely some ludicrous high-end things you can do with contamination. But I think contamination is pretty self-explanatory, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to be focusing a bit more on just the crafting and, things that are not as explanatory or as obvious. So let's say you've made your Nether King's Judgment. You've gone ahead, you've crafted your Nether King's Judgment, you hit 3 nodes. What do I do now with it? How do I make this better? How do I make the item better?
Catnip for 13 months. Hi Pookie, forgot to click the button so it pop up yesterday less than 3.
Thank you for the prime. So once you fill up all 3 of your brand nodes, you're going to see that there's like an arrow pointing at every single affix or mod here, right? That arrow indicates that anything I put down can replace any mod here. So right now I have 1 good mod that I want and 2 bad mods. Now there's also a locking feature. The locking feature not only is 1700 FE to lock, but it's also completely random. There's no way you can't choose what it's going to lock. It's just going to randomly lock. So I think the best way to go about this is just keep crafting. And I'm quickly going to talk a bit about the crafted mods you can choose from. But essentially, I have the ultimate mods here, so I can craft ultimate mods. If I wanted to, I could just play it safe. I could just go Gods of Knowledge. This is 70 per instead of being, 160 per. So it's a lot cheaper to click. The mods are only very slightly worse. And I can get some really good things, right? I can maybe go Deception, and then it's only 45 per. You don't have to do the ultimate mods, but I'm going to be clicking the ultimate mods for the video showcase. And you can actually go up here on the talent node list to see like what you can hit. So right now, like any banishment thing we can't hit, and any contamination thing we can't hit, because obviously we don't have those. But like I could hit, for example, 3% aura effect for all of my connecting slates. That would be very, very beneficial for me to hit. I could hit 3% additional damage that multiplies. I could hit max rare. Oh, sorry, I can't hit banishment. I could hit +1 all skills, which would be really good. I could hit crit damage, which is okay. I could hit additional projectile damage and critical strike, which is pretty decent. There's quite a few options here that are good. So we're just gonna spend a casual, what is this, 800 FE per click? And we're just hoping to not replace this crit mod. Okay, 20% chance, trigger level 1 Scorching Pulse and Reaping. That's completely useless, so we're just going to brand again. 3% additional damage for each Empower or Defensive skill cast recently, stacks up to 4 times. That's okay. So, Empower Defensive skills, the only one that I have is Mana Boil, and I'm only casting it every 10 seconds. So, realistically speaking, this is only giving me 3% additional damage. So it's not exactly like good for my build per se. So it might be worth it for me to like click again and just, gamble again until I get maybe a third good mod and then I try to lock something. Or until I lose my really good mod and then I crash out. So let's just click again and see what happens. When Judgment is active, 25% increased multiplier for Core of Divinity and Fallen Stride along with the connecting line. Now that is really good. Because now, instead of this being 70% effect, it's 95% effect. And we really like that. We really, really like that, because now we're getting more movement speed. We're getting more Elipen. We're getting more block ratio. Which this actually means I can drop block ratio from my Kismets. I don't need it on my Kismet anymore. We're getting more damage, more elixir effect, which is awesome. More movement speed, more crit damage. I think we are really happy with this. I think we are really, really happy with this. So, if you wanted to keep crafting this, what you would do is you'd actually try to lock something, and we would either hope to lock the Judgment mod, which is very good, or the crit mod, which is like mandatory for my build. And we would try to reroll this 3% additional damage for each Empowered Defensive skill cast recently. But because this is like not that bad, and the other 2 mods are really good in my opinion, I'm actually just going to keep it. I'm not going to lock it. Now, if you were to lock it, what would happen is it would just randomly choose one of the 7 mods, and there's not really anything you can do. It's completely random what you lock. It's completely random what you would lock. There's no way to change it. And you can't undo the lock. There's no control of it. It's just completely RNG. This whole fucking system is just gambling. Gambling, gambling, and gambling. And you just pray when you're gambling that you're gonna hit something good. But with that being said, I don't really know what much more there's to say about the system or how to explain the system beyond that. I think the only important thing you need to really understand about it is, 1, the crafting board is extremely expensive. It's very gambly. 2, if you use Judgment, the mods between the Judgments are getting an increased effect, but the ones that are not outside of the Judgment are not getting increased effect. 3, you can actually use a moth to copy these mods. So if I wanted to copy the spell crit mod, I could actually have my moth point upwards and copy it. I am crit cap right now, so I don't need to do that. But let's say this was +1 all, for example. I could then copy +1 all, and that would be a very, very strong mod for me to copy. Or if I need crit in the future, like let's say I find, you know, for some reason I need more crit, I could then have my moth copy this crit node instead. And then 3, if you do a Nether King for contamination, every mod that is touching the Nether King is going to get the effects from the Nether King. So anything that this Nether King has is going to project onto other slates. So if you have 8 slates touching it, so you, like imagine a Starlight. Imagine a Starlight was a Nether King, right? This slate would get projected on, this one would get projected on, this one would get projected on, this one projected on, and this one would projected on. And this works for moths, this works for prairies, this works for your pedigree. Anything that touches it will project it. But anyway, YouTube, I hope this makes a bit more sense of the system. I personally didn't realize like just how obscenely expensive of a system this is. I thought it would only be like 1 Nether King per crafting, but no, it's just ludicrous. You need to spend actually like thousands of FE crafting this. It is completely awful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was hopefully informative to people. And I'll see you all again next time. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Like Prometheus, I just want my liver to not live on. Nobody asked. Got him. Got him. Yeah, chat. We kinda won. We kinda won. Not gonna lie, we kinda won. We did kinda win. I kinda wanted lock for the video, but like, there's no point in locking because I don't know. It's just gonna be an infinite FE sync to continue. Like this is really fucking good. This is fine. Yeah, this is just representation, but it's fine. And this is really fucking good. Bro, I can drop my block ratio now. That's so sick. Like, look, I have 83 block ratio. I can do this now. Wait, how much is this? Eh. I'll just self-form it. I'll eventually drop one and just use it myself. Mia winning is awesomeness, true and real. Yeah, and we got the fucking elixir effect, dude. What's my elixir effect now? We almost have 600% elixir effect now. Dude, that's so sick. That's so sick. We actually won. Like, genuinely, we won. And not only that, what's my movement speed? Dude, look at my movement speed! And this number is without my star trials. I don't have star trials, and I don't have an undetermined yet. Once I get star trial plus undetermined, my movement speed is gonna go up by... What is it right now? It's gonna be 70. Right now, it is 18. So it's gonna go up by 52, right? So 52 plus 3393 is gonna give us 445% movement speed. That's sick. That's nasty, bro. Okay. Winning kitten, hell yeah. I kind of... no, it's fine. That's so sick. Wait, what is... Dude, look how the number goes up. It looks so funny. It like goes up in increments of 600k. Or 600 billion, I guess. Like, look, it just goes up in the same increment. It looks so funny. It looks so funny. Wait, I've never seen that before. Small child is easily amused. Hey, Suchiro.
Woohoo! We found the
Hola, hola. Yo, virtual. Look at how my DPS goes up. Look at it. It like goes up in increments of 600 billion. It looks so cool. Dude, look at the Nether King I made, bro. Look at this Nether King. When Judgment is active, 25% increase effect for multiply for a corner or starlight. 3% additional damage for each power skill recently cast, and then spell crit. That's fucking sick, oh man. How did I make that? I clicked and got lucky. This is kind of shitty though. I wish this included like my elixirs, because then it would be insane, but it doesn't include elixirs.
solution.
Please select the calibration.
I don't know if I should lock it and go for more. Because I really don't want to lose this or this. Like, both of these are so good. You locked it and hit the worst mode.
We found the perfect solution.
Don't touch it. I mean, I have 10 KFE to do other things now. Maybe I start... I mean, oh wait, I made a rule today. Fuck, I made a rule. I forgot about this. Every time I drop an undetermined, I'm gonna buy an undetermined for my build. Oh, these were literally 1000 FE cheaper earlier today. I don't know if I want to buy it when it's like more expensive right now. But I guess unID'd are also going up in price. I'm just gonna buy it. Who cares? Yeah, I'm doing Arcana Borax. Okay. I'll just eventually put some micros and shit on these. Let's continue farming. Dude, what a sick fucking... What a sick fucking... YouTube video, bro. The fucking bog kitten. Just getting bogged by the game. Hey, Sumi. Hey, Victor.
Like Master Yuga says, this is the perfect blend of science and magic.
Yeah, I'm already at 6k watch time, but it needs to be 6k watch time, not including shorts. And I don't know how much of that was from shorts. But I think I'm gonna get paid $600 at the end of the month. And I'm gonna get 40k primos next month.
It is in the roots of the very
So that's really sick. Is this? The only thing I need to worry about now is I need to get another 8 partner plus points. I'm at 92 and it needs to be at 100 ideally at the end of this month to like refresh the duration. But I don't know if that's gonna happen unless there's like someone that still needs a tier 3 that is like coming up this month. Because I need a tier 3 and like 2 tier 1s basically.
Let's see what kind of reactions we can get.
So we'll see. But hopefully.
Keep up with the lantern. The watch strikes.
Big money racks? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Rest in peace.
And then like a responsible adult, when I get my 40k primos, I'm gonna use it on cosmetics. Because that's all that matters in gaming is cosmetics.
Guiding lantern bear witness. We have delivered the souls of the night.
I promise to explore every ounce of.
Skins make you drop more, exactly.
You look like someone we need working for the Oasis.
Death.
Wait, did I finish the Sunlord? Yeah. I've been really enjoying this farming strat, by the way. Like, Arcana Vorax is genuinely really fun to do.
Restore. The devil.
Defiled. Did you get this Arcana Vorax hunting strat from Legolas?
Dizziness, a middle note of sickness, and a base note of permanent.
Did you add it a bit ago? Yeah, that was 4 undetermines ago. Once you drop 4 undetermines, your mind changes. No? Legolas literally DM'd me and said that you got the strat from him.
Are just meant to.
Restore.
It was like, I saw in the video you mentioned the fault, but he got that strat from me. He like DM'd me. The fault does it every season? That's what I said, and he said he does it every season too.
Nobody keeps their arrogance after a dose like that.
Listen, Defiled, you were made by Mia Kitten, okay? Anyone asks you? Made by Mia Kitten, okay? We have to make a full circle. Everything needs to always go back to the streamer. This is like what do you call it in like what do you call that scam where it's like they take in new recruits to pay off the old recruits?
Wait,
Ponzi scheme. This is our Ponzi scheme, okay? Everything always needs to go back to Mia Kitten.
The hanged man.
Also, I did a 8 million shipment today, by the way. And you know when you get the pet proc and it like returns the shipment to you?
Keep up with the lantern.
You know when you do like a shipment and it returns back to you and shit? My fucking pet procced 3 times in a row. I did 8 million into 8 million into 8 million into 8 million. Literally 3 procs in a row. That's how I started off my mapping session today. It just kept rocking, dude. It was amazing.
Let the guiding lantern bear witness. We have delivered the souls of tonight.
Bro, I was like looking in the Sage chat, by the way, on the Discord. I don't think the people in the Sage chat like me a lot.
after a dose like that.
I don't think I'm thought of fondly there. I kind of saw a lot of negative vibes towards the Mia kitten.
Like Master Yuga says, this is the
Perfect the magician.
Well, why? I don't know. It seemed like people just. It seemed like people really weren't a fan of my build, I guess. Or like not a fan, but like people like come in and ask for help with my build, and then people like, huh, shouldn't have played that streamer's build. Shouldn't have played her build. you fell for me as bait. Ooh. It was funny. And the one dude was like, the one guy posted like about how it's impossible to get trains of damage without like level 6 attack pads. So I posted a video of me hitting damage cap with 3 survival pets equipped, like blue survival pets equipped. And I was being so snarky. It was really funny.
oops, the painkillers are gone. You don't mind a little raw science, do you?
You going Sage again next season? Probably, unfortunately. Much to my own dismay, probably.
Keep up with the lantern. Rest in peace. Rest in
The game's too easy. If I played fucking like Rosa 2, the game would be too easy, man. So I gotta play characters that are like handicapped in the early game.
Being a plant sounds so easy.
Let the guiding lantern bear witness.
Excuse me? Next season is Rayhan 2. Nah. I'm all bark, but no bite. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna play Rayhan 2, and then I'm just never gonna sort her.
I mean, maximize your potential.
Because this is the thing, it's like every leak start, I'm like, dude, next season I'm just fucking doing Rayhan 2, or next season I'm just doing X character, blah 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 blah. And then I get past day 3, the build starts to feel good when you've put enough FE into it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, maybe this wasn't so bad after all. At least Sage has a wheelchair. Yeah, Chromatic Shot is the savior of fucking builds in this game. I'm sorry to God. I'm pretty sure if you play E2, you also get Chromatic Shot now. Chromatic Shot is the savior of spell builds, unironically. Guidance is scanning into deep space. My suggestion would be to message Orto. Orto is like the Burning Shot guy. Like, genuinely, I would actually advise just go to him. Oh, this is Jover. This is not good. Okay, this is not good.
And I said,
No, please.
elixir. Often, but
I mean, this fears all our work on sentries. Fearless aura.
surgery.
Wording as melee skills. It probably works on some sentry skills, yes.
The essence of life.
Like, it'll work on Ghostblade. Is a chat or a streamer? I don't know if he's how much he streams. He sometimes makes videos and stuff. He sometimes is in chat as well. Not that often though. He's not super often in chat. But you can definitely find him on the Discord. You'll definitely be able to find him on Discord.
Cure it like a ham. It'll stop bleeding in no time. Surgery was a complete success.
I love Vorax. Vorax is my baby. My bread and butter. And you know what I think about bread and butter. You guys know what Mia thinks about bread and butter.
Field research. Not again.
The Hermit. I need to upload the video I recorded, but I really don't want to. I just want to game right now. I have undetermined to get.
Someone we need.
What's the name of the wanted mechanic? Outlaw?
You look like someone we need working for the OS.
Is it just normal Vorax plus Arcana Tree and rest into Quant? No, we're doing hunting as well. I have a video on it, my dude.
The eyes, but a scent never.
Keep up with the lantern.
I'll go watch that? You better.
Start rest in peace.
This is a threat. This is a threat. This is a robbery.
Rest in peace.
Okay, let's do my favorite mechanic. My favorite mechanic. Honestly, the Arcana minigame is growing on me. I'll admit. I'll admit. It has been growing on me. This mechanic is a fucking piece of shit, man. I fucking hate this mechanic. Meow. Dude, can these fucking developers just fix their dog shit trash ass servers, please? Why is she not playing PoE? Because I'm playing Torchlight. Hello, what? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, it's my sound?
If you want to make the perfect recipe.
Hello? Yo.
The devil, the sun, the star.
Hopefully it's fixed now.
The devil, the star, the sun.
Okay. Let's see.
Time for a little theater.
Oh,
Thanks for playing along. I'll just add your
interesting. Wait, no, Hanged Man. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Ooh, second fastest. Second fastest. Rich.
A top note of dizziness, a middle note of sickness, and a base note of permanent paralysis. Like Master Yuga says, this is the Wait, do you smell something funny? Light and shadow can deceive the eyes, but a scent never tells a
Keep up with the lantern. Rest in the hangman.
Keep up with the lantern.
Rest in peace. 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 Let the guiding lantern bear with you. We have delivered the souls of tonight.